Now at 6, concerns about what has become a growing eyesore just feet from the White River. It's easy to spot heaps of trash, abandoned cars, and even a rundown shack.
Now our TV6 is hearing concerns from the community. One man tells us his calls to the city have gone unanswered. Our TV6's Paris LaBelle is now digging into the problem on Indy's near South Side.
It's right here at West Street and the White River, and you can't see it from the road, but if you walk over just a few steps, you end up seeing all the trash down there, just off the White River.
The water's only 50 feet away.
And in between the trees, there's piles of trash, old cars, and even a makeshift house.
They got a compound, they have electricity, they have a house. They don't have any plumbing.
Brian Powell first noticed it in January 2016. He says it looked like just illegal dumping at first.
It's just grown since then. I've called the city on them a couple times.
But now he says it's turned into a homeless camp, and he says the city seems not to be doing anything about it.
They don't have an address down here, and I find it kind of hard to believe that they will allow this to go on.
Brian says beyond the mess, it's a major health issue, especially when it rains.
I've lived here all my life, and I've seen the water almost cresting this area. And if you can imagine all this material just floating down the river, yeah. It's a terrible thing.
He snapped these pictures a few months ago, water flooding the area. He says the trash and chemicals were just floating into the river. But on Monday, the area was dry, and while we were working on this story, the man who built that home with the fence around it came up to talk to us. He says the city had been by before.
They told me that I could build whatever I wanted to down there.
We went to the city's Office of Public Health and Safety. They say they're looking into the structure, but say they are aware of the homeless camp in the area and are out there at least once a week to offer resources and services to help them find housing. The city says they also can't kick homeless people off public property because of the city ordinance that protects homeless in Indianapolis. But for the mess, they say they're working to clean up the area with multiple organizations. The city says if you have a similar complaint in your neighborhood, to make sure to report it to the Mayor's Action Center with the exact address. That way they can investigate it. Reporting tonight, Paris LaBelle, RTV6.